Hello, Facebook. We are live with all of our team here. Everybody's here just about, right? Yeah.
Just missing Brittany Frost.
Yep, Brittany Frost. Yep, she's watching wherever she is, which I think is at home with all the kids, crazy kids. Yep, as always. All right, so, hey, this is our last video for our buyer series. So we're pretty excited to discuss that. So all of us are going to have a little bit of a piece to discuss. And today is going to cover what to expect at closing, right? So if you're a buyer, what does that mean for you? What are some things that lead up basically the day of or the day prior? So we're going to cover a couple different things so you'll know, right? And person's going to kick this off. It's going to be Erin Clack. She's going to start us. Go.
Hi, guys. So the first thing, and arguably one of the more important items, is turning your utilities on. So the most important thing to do is to get it scheduled before closing day. That way you can close your house, and then when the time comes and you do get your keys, we'll talk about all that. You'll be good to go. Your power will be on, water will be on, or at least soon after. So I know that with our team, our fantastic Alicia likes to send out a link about a week before we have closing, and it'll be a link sent straight to your email, and it'll tell you follow this link to set up your utilities, get it scheduled, that kind of thing. Not a lot of people offer that. I think that's a pretty cool thing to do, but yeah, so that's one of the most important parts. Get it set up ahead of time. So power, water, you can go ahead and get your Wi-Fi scheduled to be set up, that kind of thing. That way there's no lapse. There's no anything that you're waiting on.
Very true. Good. I like it. Yeah. Don't be like me. I'm going to give you a story. See, I just jump in here with craziness, which isn't planned. But so as real estate agent, when Brittany and I bought, we bought a few houses. So one of the ones we bought, we were moving into, and guess what? We forgot to put the utilities on. And we're real estate agents.
Then it took you a few days to get AC going.
It did. I blame George, but George had nothing to do with me or anything about that later. But I just want to get George going. So we forgot. So utilities are a huge thing, and make sure to do that. So, all right, George, you're following Erin, right? You're next.
Yes, sir. I sure am. So, a couple days before you close on the property, you want to go ahead and do your final walkthrough. And the purpose of that is to make sure that everything is in working order and all the inspections that, all the repairs that get done and taken care of so that you don't get a limit. All right. So you go in there, and this is what I do it. I don't know how else does it, but this is how I do it. I'd like to at least 2 days, maybe a day before closing. You have your little checklist sheet of all the inspections, anything that had to get fixed, and you just go through and check it out and make sure that everything's in working order. Power and everything should still be on because the seller should have left those things on so you can check it out. And you just want to make sure that everything's good. You do a walkthrough top to bottom, and make sure that the home is in working order. And got your sheet, get it signed out, and everything's good. Then you go to closing.
That's it. So here, George is right. I think, and you guys all tell me to chime in on this. I try to do it at least 2 days prior, because then and again, it could be more. Some people may do 3, 4, whatever it is, or a day before. But obviously, if you have repairs that were agreed upon, sometimes you want to make sure those were done. And, if you wait to the last day, maybe sometimes, or the day of, and you go there and they're not done, there's no really time for anybody to get them done. And sometimes, usually we can work around it, but sometimes that could delay closing. Have you guys experienced that? Any of you? Something like that? No?
No. Walk through ahead of time.
Yeah, walk through ahead of time. Yep. Okay. Well, I mean, I think that's the main thing is to do the walkthrough, like George says. If it's a day, that's still great. Try not to do the day of, because then I think that's kind of a rushing a little bit to get it all done. Okay, so anything else with that, with the walkthrough? Anybody? No, not all at once, just one.
No.
All right. So
George covered it.
George got it. Okay, so now it's me, my turn. We're going to talk about just ID cards. It's pretty simple. Just make sure you bring some valid IDs. Usually people bring driver's license. So just make sure they're valid, they're not expired or anything like that. Make sure you have them when you arrive at the attorney's office, because you're going to need that. They're going to make copies of that, and they want to have that on record. So make sure you have your IDs, okay? Who's following me? Is it
Me.
Kevlin? Kevlin's first video today.
Yeah.
Live video with us. Yeah. A lot of pressure, Kevlin.
Oh, no, not at all. All right. So this is going to be the location of closing. So before now, of course, you and your buyer's agent would have chosen your closing attorney when you put your offer in. But when it's time for you to go to settlements, you'll want to contact your buyer's agent just to get the location of where your closing attorney is located. That way, you make sure that you're there on time and ready to go.
Yeah. That's it. See, that was easy. Look at that. Oh, already.
Natural.
Yeah. So make sure you get the location from your agent, right? Where you're going, because you're not going to really, well, at least in our state, you're not going to have it at like in a, the lender's office or title office or our office. So
Right.
more than likely it's going to be a closing attorney. So make sure you get that. All right. Who's following? Ashley, you following? I think you're
Yes.
next.
Yes. Mine is for the money that you're going to bring to closing. And what you're going to want to do with that first is you're going to want to get a hold of the closing attorney and ask what is your preferred method of payment? Some of them will say a wire or a check. So you're definitely going to want to figure that out first. If you are doing a wire, you're going to want to make sure to get with them on their wiring instructions. Make sure that you have that, because that's a huge deal to make sure to get it to the right place. And also, you're going to want to coordinate with your bank to make sure that you're going to be able to do it in the time frame that you need to as well. And then, of course, last but not least, you're going to want to make sure to get with your lender and make sure that you verify the correct funds that you need to wire or write a check for. And that's it.
Good stuff.
Yes. Money.
Yeah.
That's
Money.
important. It's the important thing. That's why Ashley wanted that one. Like, she was like, I want the money topic. That's what she said.
She said, give me the money.
Yeah, give me the money. That's what she wanted. I said, all right, Ashley.
Yes.
No problem. No problem. All right. So last but not least is
Me.
Brittany Holler. Hello.
Pretty holler. Anywho, so after all of that, you've signed the deed. Now it's time for the attorney's office to send that over to the registered of deeds office. Once it's recorded, then that's when you get your keys. I know a lot of people have thought, once you get to closing, you're going to get your keys right then and there. That's not the case. It has to record just on the liability thing, just to make sure everything's good across the board. But once it's recorded, your agent will get with you to let you know, and just either they will meet with you or you meet them at the office, depends on wherever, and to receive your keys for the home. And at that point, congratulations, you're now a homeowner.
Yes.
Yay.
Look, that's a key point. I think, all of it are key points, but utilities and the walkthrough and location, obviously money. And for sure, what Brittany just discussed, those are main points to remember as a buyer. So hopefully your agent is, kind of talking you through that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely for us, we have, as you can see, I just posted that Brittany Frost commented, that Alicia includes all of that in an email to our buyers. So they have that, and, it's all ready to go, usually a week or at least a few days prior to. So that's great. Awesome. So I wanted to post that. Sorry, Brittany. Brittany Holler. I posted that a little soon, and could have thrown you off with that, showing up like that. But you kind of were like,
I didn't see it.
Didn't even flinch.
Nope.
Okay, you didn't see it? No,
Nope.
You don't have your glasses on. Okay. She's like, damn, it's true. All right. Anybody got anything else real quick on that, on the closing stuff? Whoa.
Nope.
No, I
No.
think
Good
that's
stuff.
pretty much self-explanatory. Yes.
Okay, so that wraps up our buyers series. So now what we're going to do this coming week is something different. I forgot to come up with kind of a name for it, honestly, but really we're going to come up with, we're going to do videos this week, and it's really going to be kind of like myths and truths and kind of the behind the scenes real estate stuff that maybe everybody doesn't know or thought they knew, but it necessarily isn't the case.
Misconceptions almost.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
Things that us agents have ran across that definitely needs to be talked about.
Yeah, so we're going to kind of bring that stuff to light this week. So that should be a good series. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to cover some good topics and some interesting things. Also, one last piece before we leave. We got to announce Kevlin is on the Frost team. Yeah, we never announced that she has joined us. She joined So anyways, we want to welcome Kevlin and to our crazy group.
Thank you.
George, you can smile for that. Come on, George. There it is. There's George. All right. Petit fou, who now stuff. All right. George, Aaron's like, George, I like.
Yes, we love you, Kevlin.
Yeah, George is one of the best guys you'll ever meet. Don't. I'm just joking with George. George is not a mean guy, or he doesn't pity the fool of people, but sometimes he looks like it. But all right, so be on the lookout for the next video series this coming week. We're excited to do it. Even Ashley's excited.
Thrilled.
Thrilled.
I mean, she wanted to do it today, and I said, "Look, we got too many videos going on." And George is not going for it today. He said, Ashley's like, "Let's talk about today." Yeah. So, all right. Oh yeah, Britt says so excited to have Kevlin Eberhardt and Calvin. By the way, Calvin also is teamed up with us. So we do a lot of the wholesale transaction with Calvin. He is awesome. Not as good as Kevlin, but he's okay. He comes second place, but
we let him come around.
Yeah, that's right. So we definitely are glad to have both of them. And Calvin just didn't want to get on video. He was scared. He said he was scared.
He was nervous.
No. He was nervous. Yeah. So, all right. Well, we're going to let everybody go. Hopefully these videos are going to help you and or somebody you know. And if you guys got any questions, concerns, or any topics you'd like us to discuss on our crazy live broadcast, let us know. And we will definitely do that for sure. All right. If nothing else, everybody have a great day. We will see you guys soon. Boom.
Bye.
Later.